Hello YouTubers, this is CJ Hot Wheels. Today I'm going to showcase a new set of cars that's now hitting Walmarts and Targets. It's the car culture set for race day. Yep, I saw it on lamleydlm.blogspot.com, or now it's called lamleygroup.com, because if you try to type that in, you'll be redirected to their new and improved website. So I found out the news from there. Where else? So I decided to take advantage of it and went to my Walmart and Target. Target didn't have them yet. They were still loaded with air-cooled cars. But I did go to Walmart, and surprisingly enough, they actually did get two complete sets of the track day cars. So without further ado, let's get started. So I'm going to show you them in order. So first off, we got the 78 Porsche 935 78. Even though this has already been released in the car culture assortment, it more than makes up for it in this nice livery, and it's got those new wheels again. Because Mattel has a new set of wheels again, because 2017 seems to be the year of the new wheel, which is great. I mean, it's about time that Hot Wheels changes up most of their wheel choices, because Hot Wheels has been using the same wheels for years. Like, the most common wheel is the 5-spoke, and that's been used since the 90s. So I think it's about time for a new wheel. Same thing with like the 10-spoke wheels, the PR5s, uh, the J5s. Even though the J5s are not that old, they were first released in 2010, so they're not that old. But as for the PR5s, 10 spokes, 5 spokes, those have been used for years, 10 or 20 years or so. So I think it's about time for new wheels. Anyway, next up we have the Mazda RX3. Can't miss this color. Yet again, a car that's already been released in the car culture set. It was in the very first car culture set, known as Japan Historics, in purple. Now it's back, making an appearance in a racing livery in bright yellow. And it also features the set of wheels that it was released on in the first place. These 4-spoke deep dish wheels. And the artwork is also really great. And what's really neat about this, just like on the blog, just like on Lamley, the artwork depicts the car and the angle, or the several different angles of the race, because all these cars are racing together. And the illustrations are different angles of the race. You see? Look, there are the other cars in the background. Notice the Mazda RX3 is in second place. So, it's right in the back. And I also just realized uh, I put them in order. So not only are they in this particular order, 1 through 5, but if you look at the artwork, that's their place in this race. Number 1, the Porsche. Number 2, the RX3. Number 3, the 914. Number 4, the 962 in the set. And then last but not least, the NSX. So I know it's kind of dooey, but I just realized that. So that's really neat. And let's take a look at the others. So I got the Porsche 914-6 with another new set of wheels, like Wheel Rider lace wheels or something. And it's definitely a new wheel. I've never seen that before. So that's pretty cool. See, there's the corner of the RX3, and there's the Porsche behind it. That's really neat how they did this. Next up, we have a brand new casting. Get ready for it. The Porsche 962. Because it's got the G-Ready graphics, which means get ready. So, and there are those new wheels, and it's a little easier to see because they're a bright color. They're a gold color. So, this will be the most anticipated model. Anything new is going to be popular. The RX3 is definitely going to be very popular since it was in the Japan Historic set, and that's a relatively new casting. And last but not least, the Acura NSX. This is the race car version. This isn't the street car version released in the main line in 2015 in red. This is the more racy version that Hot Wheels has already been releasing since, I think, 2008. And you'll notice that I have two Volkswagen Transporters. One I've had, and then one I just got today. Now, I mentioned in my last video that there was a bed variation on the Transporter. So I brought them out to prove my point. So I've had this one. I was talking about how the Transporter, you'll have Transporters that have cargo. It's got the spare tire, a duffel bag, and a chain, I think, in the back. But this one, nothing. It has no cargo. So I was right. Yeah, they my Walmart not only restocked with 2 sets of Race Day, but they got in another case of Matchboxes. The Matchbox G case, I believe. Yeah, the G case. G case because there was a little on the Lamley group. I noticed that people were commenting about how what are the odds of the G63 being released in the G case? So that's how I know it's G. G case, G63. So G63 that was released in the G case. And they did have 2 more of those. But I looked closely at them and no interior variation. Because I know there's a variation on that as well. You're going to have some with interiors and then some with no interiors. But the ones that they had were exactly the same as mine. Just no interior. Blacked out windows. So there you have it. One little quick look. Yep, I was reading about the article on Lamley today, just only an hour or so ago, about the not track day, the race day hitting Walmarts and Targets, and you might want to check it out. And so I took advantage of it, and much to my surprise, I find them. I was expecting nothing like normal, but nope. There you go. And the Transporter, keep your eyes out for cargo versus no cargo bed. So, take care. Happy collecting.